What's up guys, this is in a video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy a04s. So I'm going to be doing a full review and talking about the pros and cons of the device in my time using it. Right guys, so if you're not subscribed, let me subscribe, and if you end up liking what's in the video, give me a thumbs up. Right, so let's get into the review. So talking about the pros of this device, the things that I liked, and one of those is the design. The design on this is really good, especially from the back end here. It's really good. I like the fact that the cameras are individual, you don't have the camera bumps, it's really simple and elegant, similar to what you have on the A72 Ultra. Though the A72 Ultra obviously has more cameras and better cameras, but yeah, from the design point of view, really good. Really like the way this phone looks, yeah. And, I like the unibody look, that you have on here. I'm not a fan of this color in particular. I'll prefer black if I was to choose for myself, yeah. But I know that some people will prefer this any day. Yeah, it's a more exciting color, but it's not my favorite. Yeah, and I don't also like the pattern, but yeah, I generally like the design of the phone. From the front though, not a fan of the big bezels that you have. For the price, I think that's okay. So generally, I'll say that the design is really good on here. Yeah, simple but really nice and effective. Right. So the other thing that I really like on this phone is the battery life. It's going to easily last you a whole day. Yeah, for most people anyway, even if you're a heavy user, at least a day. Yeah, and for those that are really light on their phones, can even go maybe a day and a half, easily on this, the 5000 mAh battery that you get. Very easy and good battery life. Yeah, so the other thing that I like about this is the headphone jack. For those that value it, it's here, and yeah, it's good to have. For the times that you don't have USB-C earphones, or you don't have for example, Bluetooth headphones or something like that, it's good to have the good old headphone jack around. Yeah, and talking about the headphone jack, the thing that I like is the microphones. Right here, I have dual microphones. For most devices at this price point, you actually get only one microphone, and it does affect the quality of audio. But I'm really happy that Samsung does include the two microphones. You get one for noise cancellation and the other for recording. So that's very good. Yeah, I like the microphones that you have on here. The other thing that I really like on here is the software experience. You don't get a lot of ads that like you would get on other brands, on devices from other brands at this price point. Yeah, so it's generally clean. One UI 4, and these devices will be upgraded soon. But yeah, even this One UI 4 is really good. And here, I like the fact that you have this color palette. Very good theming. You can choose the colors to blend in, with your style. I like that about this one. It's really clean. You get most of the features that you would get with even the very expensive phones. And I like that about One UI. It's only a few things that are taken away, like the side panel that is not there. You can't actually get that side panel that you get on here. The edge panels, you can't get them on this. But it's only a few features that are taken away, and those are things that you may not necessarily need, and you can, maybe if you really need it, you can even get it from the Play Store. The other apps that can give you similar functionality. But generally, I'll say that I like the software experience on here. You don't get a lot of ads like you would have gotten on other devices from other manufacturers, the likes of Xiaomi and Tecno. Yeah, so it's generally clean experience on here. That's about the software. Really like that. I think that I like about this phone is the fact that you get dual SIMs and an SD card slot at once. So you can have two SIM cards and an SD card. I think that's something that is no longer common at all. It's only a select few phones, especially from Samsung, that can allow you to do that. The SD card is extinct in the flagships, and I think very soon you start trickling down. That effect will start trickling down to the S series as well. But at least for now, you still have that. The other thing I want to talk about is the camera. So on this phone, you have a 50 megapixel main camera. And I think that's the only thing that I'll highlight on the camera is it's decent for the price. Don't come expecting the very best photos or anything, but if you remember the price at which I bought the phone, lower your expectations, and I think you will appreciate the photos that you can take and the video quality. You can do 1080p on the back and 1080p at the front for video, and yeah, you can even take 50 megapixel photos on here if you want. Yeah, so the other cameras are mostly not so much useful. If you like a micro camera, it's there. Then the depth sensors, never know what. Because even phones that don't have a depth sensor can take very good bokeh photos, or what you call portrait images. Yeah, So yeah, that's for the cameras. I think the cameras are really decent. Even the selfie camera is decent, much as it's just 5MP. Really decent, yeah. I take some good shots, especially in good lighting. It does struggle when you have low light, but that's expected at this price point anyway. The cameras are decent on this phone. The other thing that I really like about it is the placement of the fingerprint scanner. I think this is my favorite spot, fingerprint scanner. I know I've said this in very many videos, but yeah, I'll reiterate it again. This is the favorite spot for me. You know, physical fingerprint scanners are really the way to go. No matter how good in-display scanners get, they will never be as good as these physical scanners. They will not be as effective and as fast, you know. Yeah. Now these are actually even more secure at the same time. So yeah, like the physical scanner on here, and the fact that it's side mounted, you know, gives you gestures like you can swipe down, and I really like that feature where you can swipe on the fingerprint scanner to just pull down your notifications. Very, very nice. So yeah, I like that as well about this phone. It's side mounted fingerprint scanner. The other thing that I want to see is good is the display. It's not really the best, but yeah, I'll say that it's okay for the price. The fact that you have high refresh rate display at this price point, it's not AMOLED and it's also only 720p, but yeah, for the fact that you have high refresh rates, at least I'll give it a pass, and I'll say that that's a good feature to have. So yeah, that's about the pros, the things that I really like. So now we're going to move on to the things that I don't really like about the phone. So the first con that I'm going to be talking about is the performance. So the performance on this phone is not really good, yeah. And if you're to buy this phone, beware, the performance is not the best. You know, much as it's 90 hertz panel, you will still notice a lot of jitters and things like that, you know, like you would expect from a budget entry level phones. Yeah. So yeah, that's about the performance. The performance on here is not really impressive. You know, when you're playing games, you're going to have to play them at the minimum graphic settings to have a somewhat good experience playing them. The other thing that I don't really like about this phone is the haptics. That's really bad here. Haptics on this phone are not good at all. You know, that's one of the worst parts of the phone. I know even the more premium A-series phones don't have the best vibration motors, so yeah, it's only worse on here. The haptics, not the best, so you should be expecting that. And then the other thing I don't like is the bezels. I know I talked about that, but yeah, I'll just say it again. Bezels on here, not the best. The other thing I want to talk about is the auto brightness on this phone. For some reason it just doesn't add. I know it has a virtual, I think, proximity sensor or something like that, but it's not the best at adjusting the brightness. You know, right now I'm pointing it towards a very bright ring light, and it doesn't do anything. If I was using any other phone, the brightness will be going up, and I've tested it even outdoors. It will just keep on waiting. It will not increase itself, not until maybe you turn it off and turn it on again. That's when it will notice that, okay, the brightness is maybe like the area around you is really brighter, and it will increase the brightness of the display. But yeah, automatically it doesn't do it like the way it should. You know, maybe that's something that will fix with the software, but yeah, the auto brightness on here has issues, so you should be aware of that. The other thing that I don't really like about the phone is the charging speeds. You know, you got only 15-watt charging, and in 2022 I think that's not fast enough. You know, phones are charging at 120 watts, and this is only charging at 15 watts in 2022. Much as it's a budget phone, I think they could have done easy 25 watts. You know, just make it across the board. All phones charge at 25 for Samsung. Yeah, I think they can afford to do that at this point. It's been around for a long time, so I think they can bump up the charging speeds on these phones as well. So yeah, that's the other thing that I didn't really like. And the last thing that I'll talk about, which is not really a big deal, at least where I come from, is 5G. Yeah, because I know people will be buying these phones and using them for a very long time to come in the future, and maybe 5G may not be the best right now. The speeds are not there for most people, at least. Yeah, but later on, like, I imagine if a person is buying this phone and they're going to use it for the next 3 years, by then 5G might have gotten better, a lot better to what it is today. It will be better, a lot better. And person using this phone, buying it today with only 4G, I think, yeah, it's a disadvantage. You know, doesn't future-proof it at all. So yeah, that's kind of a disadvantage, but for now at least, shouldn't be too big of a deal. yeah, so I think that's all I had to say about this phone, the pros and cons. So guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.